Yo, what is happening, party people? Welcome back to yet another episode on the channel. We are back with some Football Manager content, and today we are back with league action in the SPFL against Rangers. It's a big episode ahead in terms of our domestic season. Today we have, like I say, a huge game against Rangers. You can see the table on the right hand side of the screen. In fact, let's bring that up a little bit bigger for yourselves so you can see it. There it is. Currently top of the league, clear by 6 points over Celtic, who are on 77. But like I said, we have a tough game against Rangers coming up where they could definitely bring that back to 3 points should we lose. Rangers definitely out of the title running. They are further back on 61 points. Just 2 league games remaining, and then we go into the championship and the relegation zone, and then obviously play another 5 games. So 7 league games in total. So like I say, for today's episode, we have that game against Rangers, and then we'll be going into the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, where we looking to win potentially our second trophy of the season. Obviously we're not going to win it this episode, but chance of making it through to the final, which would be absolutely massive. So like I say, we actually have 1 league game to go, and then that game in the Scottish Cup before we break away into the promotion, well I would say promotion, the championship and relegation zone. So let's get into the game against Rangers. Straight off the bat, opposition instructions are going to be done by our assistant because we trust and we have faith in our assistant. We are going to be going back to our 4-2-3-1 formation. João Gomez and Pozzo in midfield with Colbert ahead of them, Skeldrup on the left, Pedersen on the right, Endrick up top, Ramsey and Doig on the sides with Braun and Magala at centre back. Now what we could do is we could bring Aaron Hickey into the squad. Aaron Hickey is someone who I think I'm going to look to potentially offload in the summer. We know we can get close to maybe 30 million for him. We've had offers for 30 million previously. He only has 1 year left on his contract, plus because he has a match highest earner clause, he's now on £85,000 a week. He was only on 25 before, and it's costing us an absolute fortune to have him here at the club. So if we can maybe make a decent profit on him, there is potential we would look to sell him. Although I do want to keep my best Scottish players at the club, it is an option for us in the off season. Now this is going to be our second from last season as we finish this one. Next season will be our final season in charge of Hearts, where we have one last push at some European glory before we then resign, skip 10 years into the future to see how Hearts get on without us. So that's going to be super interesting. But like I say, we've still got a whole another season to go before we do that. But before that, we have to get into the game against Rangers. So there is the team. Let's get it submitted. Let's get underway. Need a big 3 points. If we can find a win here and keep our 6 point gap, we are going to have a huge chance at winning the league again for the 3rd season in a row. It would be. Rangers are 3rd, we are 1st. Let's take advantage of that form and let's get the 3 points if we can. We are away from home, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult. However, Rangers on a bit of a downward spiral. However, it looks like they've actually won their last 2 games, but even still, they're not on the greatest of forms. Ourselves, the only loss there was in Europe, so let's just skip over that. We've only lost 1 game domestically all season, and that was unfortunately to our arch rivals Hibs. Would have been nice potentially to go unbeaten all season. Maybe we'll aim for that next season depending on the transfers we're able to bring in. But like I say, focusing on today's game against Rangers first and foremost, obviously playing on key highlights as normal. We have the latest scores on the right hand side. Hibs are actually just going to go down. Skeldrup's ball in, but unfortunately straight into the arms of Kelly. Decent goalkeeping in the end. Big punt upfield, but unfortunately just going to give it back to Ramsey. Now, what can we do? Building out from the back, Braun gives it to Ramsey. Now Pozzo, the deep line playmaker, finds Endrick. He goes wide to Pedersen, needs some support. He's going to find the ball back to Endrick. He looked like he could have been offside. It's a good finish, but I think he is offside. The Lino's flag is up. The goal is ruled out. Unfortunately, no VAR. We're going to see the offside here, and yes, he is. I did think he was offside, and he is offside. Unfortunately, Endrick has actually got a chance of potentially breaking Henrik Larsson's record of 35 goals. 35 league goals is the record. I think this season he can break it. He's scored more than 35 goals in a season before, and I think he scored more than 35 goals this season, but not in the league. So that is something Endrick is definitely looking to try and get after. Rangers on the attack, and that's a decent strike from Fosu Mensah. Clips the outside of the post as it goes behind. Celtic are 2-0 up. They are playing Dundee. That game is pretty much already over. It's now 3-0 after 23 minutes. So definitely needing to get a result here. I guess a draw wouldn't be actually that bad of a result for us. I would definitely take it. Pedersen has just gone down injured. That is not good. Potential foot injury. We're going to take him off. Okay. Endrick, go over to the right-hand side for us then. And then I'm going to bring on João Resende. So that's not going to help Endrick's chances of being the all-time goal scorer for a season, for a single campaign. Obviously beating Henrik Larsson's record, which I just mentioned. Pozzo playing it forward. It's towards João Resende. It's going to come out to Ramsey. Ramsey obviously signing for us permanently at the end of the year. After his loan deal is finished, his contract runs out with Liverpool and has already agreed to sign for us. Again, on a huge contract, about 60 grand a week. Which again, another reason why he might need to leave, just to try and free up some wages. And plus, Doig has been playing really, really well for us. And there is other left-back options, which I think we could sign, as Sakala, I think it is, that goes through. Look like the keeper might have saved that. Definitely hit the post, and that's the second time they've hit the post in this game so far. Maybe we're living a little bit on the edge, but we'll take it. Here is Callum. Finds Ridvan. Ridvan at left back, going backwards. This is fine. Let's force him back. Marita, that's a decent ball, looking for Sebastian Sakala. And unfortunately, it's a good bit of defending, but the ball has fallen to Callum, who taps it home. And it's going to be 1-0 to Rangers. Surely we're not going to buckle under the pressure. Potential offside here. I think it was close, but ultimately the ball through to Fashion Sakala. Fashion Sakala was onside. I don't think that should have ever been ruled out, if it had been anyway. Chance for us to get back in it's Braun, the man who made that tackle and gave the goal to Callon, has equalised right before half time, getting us straight back in the game, straight back on level terms. Rangers could hold their lead for all of 2 minutes, and we're back in it and into half time. That is going to help with our team talk. Let's go for a pump fists. We've been the better team here, which we have. If we have a look at the stats, we've had 8 shots to their 6, 3 on target for us, just 1 for them. Their XG has been higher, but we've dominated possession with 39% of the ball, hoping that we will be able to find a couple of goals in this second half. We do have some subs that we can make. Marshall Colbert is on a yellow, not having a great game. Going to look to take him off. We have Tyler Morton. Ooh, let's bring Tyler Morton on for Pozzo, shall we? Although we could do João Gomez. Yeah, let's move João Gomez to the DPL. We then bring on William Carvalho in the ball-winning midfield role. Marshall Colbert comes off. We then bring on Milicevic. João Resende into the cab. Milicevic goes up top. In terms of that, what we will do is we will now start hitting some early crosses. And I think I'm going to go and put Milicevic as a target man, so I don't think he has actually just dropped onto a target man. We definitely don't want him as an advance forward, and Rangers have a really, really good chance to go back in front, but it is wasted. Let's get him onto target forward, shall we? Okay, what can we do in the second half? That might just reduce our firepower a little bit, but it should make us generally all round more sound with William Carvalho coming on. João Gomez still having a really solid game. Calvin Ramsey is a little tired at right back, so we'll take him off. We'll bring on Lewis Nielsen. Aaron Hickey's going to come on for Doig, who's not having the best of games, and that is going to be all 5 subs made, as obviously Pedersen was injured in the first half. Yeah, I'll take a draw at this point. 20 minutes to go. Away to Rangers, 1-1. Celtic are winning. We don't really want it going down to 3 points, although we do have a superior goal difference. Milicevic, if he plays in Endrick here, it was a bit of a shoddy ball. Endrick back into João Gomez, though he's got support, and Skeldrips at the back post. He should have scored. He should have scored. So many wasted opportunities on both sides in this game so far, and really it should be 2-2, but it's only 1-1 as we go into the last 5 minutes. I'm not going to go on attacking. I'm happy to take a point, keep our 4-point gap at the top, which will definitely make it harder for Celtic, and that is going to be in the bag. Hopefully we'll take the point. Final whistle please, ref. There we go. We love it, and that is game over. 1-1, we'll take it. I'm not too fussed, boys. I am not too fussed about that result. We have the game against St Johnstone, who are fighting relegation. They've just beaten Kilmarnock by 3-0. But we have that game in the Scottish Cup coming up now. I believe Celtic are playing Hibs potentially in the other semi-final. If we have a look at that, it is Hibs v Celtic. Hibs are at home, although I think they actually both played on neutral grounds. So then if we have a look at the Championship group, we start with Rangers, then we play Hibs, then Celtic, St Mirren, Aberdeen. Okay. I think we might squeeze 3 games into today's episode. St Johnstone and Rangers. Could we squeeze the other Rangers game into this episode? Well, let's move on to the game against St Johnstone and we'll have a look. So it is that time to play St Johnstone in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. Unfortunately, you can see we do have 2 major injuries to the side. Pedersen, as we know, got injured in that last game. Unfortunately, he's going to be out for 7 days to 2 weeks. So he's going to miss probably this game. The Rangers game might well be back in time to play Celtic. Unfortunately, Marshall Colbert, though, is going to be out for the remainder of the season. So that is his season done. However, because of that, we are going to have to change up our formation. I think it's time to get back to this. We can get Skeldrip in the cam. We can go back to playing with 2 forwards. Milicevic can go back in. And I think with the midfield as well, I think what we do is we just sort this out like this. Get William Carvalho back in the team as well. I don't think it weakens our team all that much. But it is tough to have 2 of our young wonder kids out injured. Obviously, we want them playing as much football as physically possible. So straight into the game, then there is a team all ready to go. Can we do the treble? Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm positive. I'm positive. If we win this game, regardless of who we're playing in the final, if we're playing Hibs, then revenge for them being the only team that have beaten us. If not Celtic, then really tough game. But not to say Hibs wouldn't be a tough game, because I think it would be. But first and foremost, we've actually got to make the final. So here we go then, back into our 4-3-1-2 formation for this one. I mean, they've got a pretty compact midfield as well. Obviously, a little bit of width there. I think this would be a good game. I generally believe this would be a good game. Decent money, hopefully, for some ticket sales as well, because our finances are dwindling now that obviously we are out of the Champions League. But we did have some decent payouts from the Champions League so far this season. Endrick down the left-hand side. Can we get a ball in? Doig, João Gomez, he will whip the ball to the back stick, and it's Pozzo, and it's a goal! I actually thought the keeper might have saved it, and I thought he had saved it. A good knockdown from Calvin Ramsey. Pozzo, really, really nice technique on the edge of the box. Sweeping shot into the top corner. I think the keeper maybe should do better. He got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough. The power was there from Pozzo, and it is 1-0. We're in here as Endrick is in behind. He's gone for the lob, and Davies makes the save. Not really worried if Endrick doesn't score in this game. He needs 7 goals in the remaining 5 league games if he is to overtake Henrik Larsson's record. So a lot of goals needed from him. Here is Carvalho. Now Ramsey. Playing it forward again towards Endrick. Oh, it's actually Milicevic who knocked it down. And therefore Endrick was offside. We'll take it though. A goal up from the first minute. It's going to give us a real building block to hopefully build in this game and build our way into the final. Yet another final, which would be absolutely huge. Like I said, if we can complete the treble, that really does tell me that we are now the dominant force in Scottish football. Although I believe we are already, but the treble would just cap it off, especially if we were to then go and follow that up with an unbeaten season next season, which we're so close to this season. Having the fact that we've only lost 1 game so far with 5 games left to go, and that's in all domestic competitions, because we've obviously won the Premier Sports Cup already. That's Mumba now playing it forward to Jones. Jones into Osala, and I think he might have been offside. Either way, he hasn't put it in the back of the net, so it really doesn't matter all that much. 20 minutes gone, still just the 1 goal in the game. Definitely been the team on top though. Like I say, chat, do get in the comments and let me know what you think of this save. Is 1 season enough? I personally think if we can't win the Champions League next season, are we going to be able to win it at all? It's very, very tough. There's one thing, becoming a dominant force in Scotland. Another thing, in terms of going on to win European glory with someone other than Celtic and Rangers once you've already got there. Skeldrip is in, and it's 2. that could be the game in the bag. We could well be on our way to yet another cup final. Skeldrup with the goal. Hendrick playing him in. Really decent ball in as well. Skeldrup couldn't really miss. Really good finish. So yeah, just having a look forward to what we're going to be doing next on the channel in terms of Football Manager. We are obviously waiting for the database to come out for the older 1999 database for that save, for the retro save. That's going to be a little while. I don't think that's going to be ready till March. Not sure if this save is going to see us through till March. Oh, the game I won. It's game. Yeah, not sure this series will see us through till March. We can try and stretch it out, I guess. There was part of me that thought about doing such a thing like a Scandinavian journeyman, but again, that's quite a long-winded save, which will take us beyond when the database is ready. So I'm not really sure, but if you have any ideas, do get it in the comments and let us know, as we have 3-0 up, cruising in the first half here. I mean, this is the difference. We've built a team where we're massively better than most of the league, other than Celtic and Rangers. They're the only two really in the division that give us a game. All the other teams we're pretty much sweeping aside on a regular basis pretty comfortably. Even with a second string team, they are pretty comfortable playing against the majority of the teams in the division, as Ramsey's playing it forward. Skeldrup's in again, good control, and Davies has actually made a decent stop there. Again, I feel like Skeldrup should really be hitting the back of the net, but it's fine. It's 3-0 Hearts. We've got another chance with the corner. Skeldrup in. Magala can't win it. Pozzo gets to the loose ball, tries to play it into João Gomez, but he sort of stands there. He doesn't go to the ball, and it is cleared away, and the half-time whistle follows. So let's get into half-time. We've blown them away. What a 45 minutes. Just go out there and keep doing you. Let's hopefully not get any injuries, because our squad is starting to get a little bit on the thin side. Also, another thing, chat, massive thumbs up to everyone helping us get up to 300 subscribers. Obviously, the next landmark for us is 1k subscribers. If we can get to 1k, the channel would then be monetized. Just having a couple of looks at what might be going on with work, etc. IRL, there is a small chance I could potentially look at doing this a little bit more full time, but we won't go into that, especially not right now. But if you are enjoying the series, make sure you are smashing a thumbs up and getting in the comments, because it all really does help, especially if we are going to be looking at doing this on a little bit more of a full-time basis. As the ball goes into the box, it's headed away. Hendrick now on the counter-attack. Hearts players streaming forward. He's got support. He's got loads of support. He's got to get his head up. It's a half decent noise. Only made him stumble. The ball goes into the box. Can't find Carvalho. Gomez does well to retrieve it, though. Goes for goal. And again, we had so many people forward. I feel like Hendrick was just running down into a hole there into the corner. Couldn't really do much. Maybe needed to sort of just check back a little bit earlier and play a ball maybe across to the other side. Get the old switcheroo on, and then maybe just get into the box at the back stick. However, that didn't happen, but we don't mind. We're 3-0 up. Let's not be too critical of the side. Hendrick has been an absolute beast for us in this save. I'm not going to start smashing him now, as Lewis Dobbin has made it 3-1. Is there anything to worry about? Still, I don't think too much. Doi going to come off for Aaron Hickey. We're then going to bring on Benny for João Gomez. Pozzo can come off for Tommy Doyle, as he's going to need more game time now that we're switching to this formation. Who else is? Connor Coventry might as well go and get some game time. You're going to come on for Skeldrup. Hendrick is going to come off for João Resende. Make sure he doesn't get injured. The last thing we want to do is have him missing for the final games of the league, especially when we're going for this treble. We are on our way to the Scottish Cup final. Hopefully, we're going to be playing against Hibs. That would be huge. 4-1. Braun, 7th goal of the season. I mean, the ball into the box was decent from Doyle. Gave Braun a lot of work to do. Managed to squeeze his header in off the post. I mean, this is what happens when we play the smaller teams in the division. We literally do just breeze past them. We might even have a chance to get a 5th before the end of the game, as João Resende is in the box. Can he pull it back? He can. It's towards Connor Coventry, who will be leaving us at the end of the season. Has already signed a pre-contract with, I believe, Bristol City. Carvalho has already signed a pre-contract with, I think, Valencia. So he's going to be leaving us at the end of the season. So yeah, we've got work to do in the transfer window when it does arise, but we are in to a final. Let's go and see who we're going to get in the final. We're hoping for Hibs. I don't think it has been done yet. 500k for... Oh, we're playing Celtic. We are playing Celtic in the final, chat. Okay, well, there you go. What an end of the season we have now. This is really, really brewing up nicely. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Lordy, 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 lord. Okay, I think we're going to cut the episode there. I know we spoke about potentially having the game against Rangers, but I think that's going to make for a really good episode, playing Rangers and Celtic. That episode will be out on Saturday, and then on the Monday after that, we will have the episode where we finish everything, potentially when we win the league against Aberdeen, and then hopefully the Scottish Cup against Celtic. And that could be the treble complete. Who knows? So yeah, guys, really do appreciate everyone who has been around this far. Yeah, massive thumbs up. Big season coming to an end. Make sure you don't miss the next episodes, and we'll catch you on them ones. Peace out.